Alrighty, welcome everyone to Pentakill Season 4, Week 8, Game 5, IWB versus DJ. Oh boy, we have a banger in store for you today. Both these teams in the hunt for the last two playoff spots. Seed 7 and Seed 8 are still up for grabs by every team in the league. And IWB's hungry as they need this game to even have a shot. DJ is hungry because they need at least two of these games to have a shot. They've got three remaining, including this one. I am joined today by Old Man Zoomies on the desk.
What is going on, peoples?
Old Man Zoomies on IBD. Obviously, you guys had an excellent week this week. What are you seeing in this draft now that Sebrig, your mid laner, is subbing in for Mega Beast here on DJ?
I mean, Sebrig coming in, looking strong on a 2-0 week. The only game we lost this week was when he was not subbing, so he's definitely looking to keep that streak going. Would definitely be good for DJ, but not so good for IWB, so I guess we're just going to have to see how that plays out and if he can keep that streak going.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, me being IWB DepressionMain, I'm a little biased. I would like IWB to win this game. However, I will try to keep as unbiased of a cast as possible, as I love all of these players so much. So I think let's just take a look at some of the matchups.
Yeah, I can't see the draft right now. I don't know if I'll have to check the league for that.
I believe the first pick on IWB was Neela, a takeaway from Abstract, which was immediately answered by Sivir Karma.
Do you have a picture of it?
I'm sure I could find one. Let's see what I have available. I do have a picture of it.
Visualize it.
Yeah, let me just put that up on the stream as well for our viewers at home.
I do actually have a little bit of insider information on this draft.
Interesting. Old Man Zoomies, bada bing, bada boom. There's a draft for you. And
awesome.
Let's see what I have in store for the viewers at home. I have this. There we go. Everybody at home can see now the draft.
Awesome.
And
so yeah, we had IWB coming in. They had the first pick. So DJ was. I know they wanted to focus a little bit around the bot side. So they were definitely going for those two. They went for the two support bands, and they figured that Nyla was going to be a possible pick, as we did when we were drafting against you guys. Mm-hmm. And it was just a matter of whether you wanted to leave it open or deal with it. And they said, you know what, I think we can deal with it. We're going to go with a heavy spellcaster bot lane, so we don't have to worry about that broken, not know when it's happening intangibility that Nyla has.
For sure.
So you guys actually kind of helped him out with taking that Tarek out of place, but I know that's something that Squirtle's looking for too. So they saw the Nyla pick coming. They definitely had something planned for it, and they went with that Sivir Karma bot lane, just try to be as aggressive as possible. And then I don't think they were expecting the Janna pick, though. That was definitely a surprise for most people. I didn't see it coming, personally. But they also left that Teemo open. They didn't want to see his Garen come out. They didn't want to see any kind of counter for Aatrox or for just kind of like get in your face top laner.
Yeah, Aatrox was definitely something that IWB predicted coming out of this one. Going into the second round of picks and bans, we had obviously 4 jungle bans, both sides
jungle bans.
Yeah, everybody trying to get an edge there. Jarvan and Trundle being taken away from myself, and then the Vi and Nunu being taken away from Pearl Ursa. Ending up with the Diana, which she has been pretty prevalent on all season, and Olaf was the answer to that.
Right. And then they took out Anivia. He had been riding high off those Galio picks, and I thought that they were going to go with the Galio pick, but one of them must have spoken up and said, "Let's just put that wall in Olaf's face. Let's just see what we can do." So I don't know how it's going to play out, but it seems to be the reasoning behind it. The meaning behind the madness.
And you know what? I think Anivia is a really good answer to Yone, especially considering it looks like IWB was trying to get him to play the Galio.
Right.
So
yeah, Yone
I like
is not a good thing that you want to pick Galio into, so that definitely kind of forced him into a separate pick.
Yeah, and I like it a lot. DJ and IWB both have good drafts. Do you have any predictions before we get into the actual game itself?
I think it's really just it's going to be hard to predict. You guys are two pretty evenly matched teams. It's just a matter of like how you take care of pressure on both sides. You think they have a DJ has a stronger top lane and IWB has a stronger bot lane, so it's a matter of who can bide more time for the other and take advantage of that pressure that each lane causes.
For sure. Let's jump right into the game then. I will send us over to the Rift, and here we go. It looks like a pretty standard start for both teams, as it looks like everybody's looking at 5 point on both sides.
Yep. One thing to look out for though, that Diana and Nivea is going to look pretty deadly. I mean, if they can make that work, if they can catch maybe 2-3 people off at like try to just hide in a bush or something, death bush it, that's going to be pretty scary.
A little bit
right here with an early
punchies.
Engage.
You love to see
early
some early
punchies.
punchies.
Everybody take a drink. 2 drinks.
Anybody that is playing a drinking game, I am not responsible for. Oop, Ghost coming out Olaf. I am not responsible for any damages you cause to yourself or others. Olaf and Ghost for Ignite there, it looks like.
Yeah.
Not a bad trade, but definitely going to delay Olaf getting back to his camp if he has to base here. And it looks like he's going to. Setup
Unless
diff called by Obamacare, bruh.
Unless he ends up going for an early trade with Teemo early game, it might not make too much of a problem.
Yeah, Teemo does have the Ignite advantage. However, Aatrox is Aatrox and has kind of a lot of healing.
He does, and he went with that D shield rather than D blade, as to be expected, because every time Teemo auto attacks you, it's basically just going to heal you with his damage over time.
Yeah, I like the range matchup. You know, obviously Teemo having some ability to trade with Aatrox, but Mario obviously super advanced in his matchups for pretty much every top lane that could possibly exist, which is why he is still playing top lane, despite being the primary shot caller for his team. You know what? I want to watch early this bot lane to see what happens with Neela's, ability to grab experience.
Right. Yeah, that definitely created a problem for us when we were playing against. Actually, it was DJ as well when you were supporting for Sly Fox. When you guys went Taric Nyla, it's like it takes you by surprise when you don't think about it. Here we go. We got early Ignite, flash blown. Good flash follow up.
Boom! There it is. First blood.
Flash follow up, the first blood. Wow.
Good job, Sly Little Fox and Brzinc there. Take advantage of that level up. And Abstract pushing up a little bit too far forward here, perhaps. Taking actually a pretty good trade for him.
Not a bad trade, yeah. That was a pretty good trade. I think they're going to need to push that bot pretty hard and just get a good reset here, but it looks like they're going to freeze it in favor of Abstract.
Yeah, Karma on her way back, trying to get to the lane as quickly as possible to prevent Abstract from getting dove.
Oh, interesting. Janna went with the Targon's Embrace rather than the Spellbinder. I guess that makes sense if you're not planning on going for big trades, but I don't know, just an interesting choice.
Yeah, he's a big proponent of playing Targon's meta because it gives more gold overall to the carries.
Yeah.
So I know that that's his logic behind that. Abstract under the tower here, looking to make a perhaps counter-engage play. But
let's check top lane. Looks like they're going for a gank up there.
Yeah, it looks like we got Diana coming in on COVID-9 Teemo. Good flash away, does manage to prevent any shenanigans from happening there. Brzinc might be trying to stop this base here with a tornado. Yeah, it does land, and Abstract's in trouble as Foxy's under the tower, does pick up the kill. Very clean by IWB bot lane here.
Very clean. Notice that Karma was going for maybe a ward into their own jungle and just not sleeping.
Nice little shield there. Keeps...
Yeah, just that shield. Nothing else to use, but that got an Ignite for the bot lane, so that's a Ignite difference. So that'll be up about 3 minutes earlier for Janna.
Yeah. That's a good trade for IWB so far, about now 800 gold in the lead due to the CS in the bot lane there. Despite the top lane CS differences here.
That is a big gold lead early game.
Ooh, Ignites do land. And Obamacare picking up the first kill for DJ.
That is good. So it's looking like right now that you guys, the IWB is definitely going to need to keep pushing through that bot lane pressure. Just make sure they keep on that, and hopefully top lane doesn't get too out of control. And maybe look for some ganks in the mid lane. If catch Seabrig if he doesn't ward or anything like that.
Yeah, definitely. Both junglers doing some pretty standard clearing, starting their builds pretty, you know, pretty much as expected. Nothing too shenanigans happening.
Yeah, these are two not so very early game junglers, so it's a matter of who can farm faster, get to that 6 point, and then just cause those really big fights to happen. But obviously be there if your team needs you.
Yeah, Diana ganked top once, Olaf hovered around bot once, pretty much keeping to the people that they know are going to be strong in the mid to late game, trying to get them snowballing. But nothing's really come of it yet. 0-0-0 on both of those junglers. And
very even farm.
Yeah, they're just, going through the motions.
Kaylee is known to be a harder farmer jungle. She definitely likes to go for her farm. And let's see if we can get something. He walks out of that W range pretty easily.
Yeah, nice little punchy straight there from COVID-19 Timo, trying not to get murdered.
All right. Yeah, it seems like they are definitely going for that trade bot side. They do not have vision of DepressionMain right now. See if he can get into the tri-bush, but those minions are pushed up just a bit too far.
Yeah, he's looking for something, but I don't think he's going to find anything.
Doesn't
he's out of
like
here.
It. He's out of here. No vision of that drag, though. Can he go for an early drag?
Yeah, he's starting it up as the trading continues in the bot lane and mid.
No reaction from either team.
Yeah, Kaylee Kola's headed up into the top lane here to look for COVID-19.
She's stepping on a ward right now?
I don't think so. Yeah, no vision there. He's just trying to play it safe. It looks like trying not to get caught too far up. Obamacare, though, is looking to make something happen. COVID-19 does get knocked up, and there it is.
There we go. Yeah, caught him just before that, a couple minutes before that flash came up. Not sure if they're keeping tabs on those timers too much, but that's definitely going to be important for those top lane ganks, because Timo is a slippery scout.
Yeah, and COVID-19 Timo is a known player. He's super good from playing from behind, so even if he does get killed, he'll probably try to at least continue fighting to get those solo kills in the top lane, because Timo can pull off some pretty nasty shenanigans with, 1 or 2 items.
Absolutely can. Look at this. The Aatrox bought a serrated Dirk. He's definitely going for just maximum Q damage here.
Oh, everybody in IWB.
Seabirg's getting collapsed on right now. Let's even get the flash over the wall.
Nope.
Oh, he misses the flash. Can he put a wall down? Oh, he already used it earlier.
And Egg comes
All right, so
out.
here comes his team.
DepressionMain backing off so that Perlersa does not get anything there. Sly Fox looking to keep himself alive.
Oh, missed the flash W.
Everybody on IWB walks off safe, with Sebrick being murdered twice. Once as Univia, once as Agnivia.
Once as Agnivia. If Pearl was just a little bit ahead, had just a couple more experience, would have been 6, that could have been a completely different fight with that jump over the wall, instant R, and just get that wombo combo with the Aatrox Qs.
Oh yeah, Diana can cause so much chaos, especially in those really narrow fights, like between mid bush, between barren tri area here where the explosive fruit is.
Absolutely.
Interesting little interaction there with the bush.
Look at that. Just getting mad at everything.
Yeah, I'm thinking that now 3-2, gold's just about even across the board. 1 dragon in favor of IWB. It looks like everybody's going to be looking for this Rift Herald. Yeah,
this will be an interesting play. I wonder where the priorities are set for each team. There's definitely different strengths. Strengths in the top lane on DJ and strengths in the bot lane on IWB. So it's a little bit harder for IWB to create the pressure that they need, especially without having the wards down right now.
Yeah, all of their kills, pretty much all of their gold is sitting on Sly Fox.
In the bot lane.
Yeah. Looks like Olaf's headed up top to create some level of shenanigans happening here. COVID-19 will pushing up. Oh, he does jump over that wall. A little bit of a punch. He's in the bot lane. And looks like he's just clearing the vision and going to walk out.
Yeah.
I bet he I bet he starts the Herald here.
There's the Herald. He does look like he just pulled him back into a ward that he didn't notice was there.
That's going to be
Just barely out of
dangerous.
the
Here comes
sniper
Obama
range.
and
Yeah.
Pearl. Seabrig's on his way up, and now he's wise to them knowing he's out of there. Incoming Deadbeat Demon Dad and Brzinc onto Sebrig. It looks like they're going to try and make something happen here. Under the tower, Sebrig is taking a beating, but it looks like 5 members of IWB against 2 members. Oh my gosh, the Janna pushes back Obamacare. It looks like Pearl Ursite is going to be butchered in the back as Aatrox is killed. And double kill for the Olaf there. Absolute disaster if you are DJ.
Absolutely. The best thing they can do is try to salvage some money in the bot lane, scrap together a couple of playthings, and just try to minimize their losses.
Yeah, and then it's going to be Herald going over to IWB, and it looks like they're going to grab a plate here in the bot lane. Sly Fox here might be able to 1v2 them with how much money he's got, but just decides
He's
to
sitting
save.
on a lot of it too, though.
Yeah, it does have 900 gold in pocket.
Yeah.
Just elects to clear, and then keep on the wave.
I'd say probably the smart play. You definitely don't want to give away that 400 gold shutdown that you have. Not even risk it, really. Doesn't have a flash or exhaust or that ult up, so probably the best call to not go for that 2v1.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. And he's going to go ahead and try to get a counterplate here in the bot lane to sort of alleviate some of the plates that Abstract and Under My Wing have been catching. Under My Wing, name change from Squirtle. So,
AKA, previously known as.
Previously known as. DepressionMain here looking to knock this tower down, it looks like.
Yeah. IWB definitely getting all that gold back they just lost in the bot lane, so they did not scrap together whatever they needed to do from that encounter at Rift Herald.
Yeah, weird fight, looks like.
Yeah. Very disjointed. I feel like they should have just gone in there.
Yeah, it looks like Brzinc managing to spook off both jungle and mid lane of DJ there. Perhaps a little bit of a miscommunication or something. But that would have been a really nasty pick, I think.
It could have been.
Yeah, it looks like IWB waiting for this dragon.
Just setting up for another objective.
Yeah, they're in a really good spot. You know, 2.4k gold lead starting the dragon. Looks like Brzinc and Sly Fox are trying to keep DJ at bay there. They're just going to give probably a call from Obamacare across the map.
Has Nyla backed yet? Is she still sitting on a lot of gold?
Still sitting on 2.2k.
2.2k. That could have been. This could have been. I mean, you guys, they didn't have any problem whatsoever. But
that could have been a bad fight. Yeah,
Seabrig's getting clapped on.
Yeah, Sebrig gets away there. It looks like Deadbeat missed his ultimate, and
just
gonna walk away. Yeah, nothing too scary happening there.
Nyla going to spend that money in the pocket right now, and that'll be deadly for a lot of fights to come.
Yeah, looks like second mythic completed there.
Yeah, once she gets that blood, that cringe bow, oof, she is a monster to deal with. Already enough survivability as it is with W and an R. And throw a Janna on top of that, get that E in that ultimate.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how both teams sort of itemize. Obviously, IWB a little bit AD heavy, but with Teemo, and then obviously DJ a little bit AP heavy, but with Sivir / Aatrox.
Yeah, Aatrox building the Serrated is definitely to help close that gap.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what he builds as his mythic here. COVID-19 Teemo pulling a little bit of his shenanigans. Ignite does come down early. Blind does prevent a little bit of the damage, but not enough.
Just too much damage coming.
Oh my goodness. And Tower just does not decide to help COVID-19
Not
there at all.
He did the smart thing though. He didn't attack until he got out of that tower range. He just soaked up that Q, he soaked up that Ignite, soaked up that Mushroom, walked out of tower range, and then he led with his Q from just barely out of range of the tower rather than starting an auto attack, which wouldn't have landed anyways and would have wasted his pass against that blind.
Yeah, DepressionMain here, 3 levels down, going to scrap with the Aatrox under the tower. Does decide to ult through and chase down, throws the axe
You're
to
not
keep
getting
vision.
away from that.
Yeah, and he just collects right there.
Absolutely.
Ooh,
and right
Deadbeat,
before that,
little fancy feet.
Yeah, Brzinc and Deadbeat were actually setting up a bait. Brzinc had a ward that was sitting right where you can see that corpse of a pink ward, and they were waiting for Kaylee Cola, or AKA Kaylee Cola, to come in and come for that blue buff. They were waiting very patiently, but her team was waiting right by her side.
Yeah, really good defensive play bot side for DJ there. All of their kills are currently on Aatrox, and I think he needs to start getting involved in these team fights, sort of give his team the edge that they need. He does do good area damage with his Q, and I think if he gets involved, things could start going messy for IWB. But as of right now, IWB 2.5k gold lead, and they're feeling pretty happy.
Sitting pretty, that's for sure. Can't sleep on the jungle though. Olaf's sitting 3-0. He's looking pretty good. Has that whatever that item's called that you swirl around in a circle
Gore
and
drinker,
heal off
baby.
it. Gore drinker. I used to build that all the time on Aatrox, but it looks like that's not the meta anymore. It's been nerfed so many times for fighters. Eclipse, that's an interesting build. I mean, it's definitely going to give him a lot of survivability, and he'll have a lot of self-healing coming in when he presses that R button.
Yeah, next dragon, a minute 30, I believe. Shelly is going to be up prior to that by about 15-20 seconds. And looks like both teams kind of prioritizing mid here. Sivir in base, waiting for something. Does pick up an extra crit cloak here.
Wonder how this is going to work out with who's going to prioritize dragon, because neither team really needs this dragon. If anything, DJ needs it more, but they do not have the deep wards. They have their entire jungle completely warded up, but no deep wards, and they are pressed because if IWB gets this, then they're sitting on soul point next dragon, and that's going to force a fight to either prioritize the Baron or the dragon, give up the soul.
Yeah, IWB here forming up around Shelly, who's going to spawn in just a moment here. Brzink trying to hold some pressure in the mid lane against Sebrig, who needs a back pretty bad. But it looks like DJ starting to form up around this dragon. They're looking to trade, perhaps.
It does look like it's going to be a trade.
Yeah.
What are the timers on dragon?
Top in the is currently top left.
Top left. There we go.
20 seconds on the dragon.
22 seconds.
IWB does have time to get down there.
In time, but Sebrig did run teleport, so that's going to be a huge benefit for him to be able to get there in time.
Yeah, looks like Olaf taking a stun there to the face. Probably could have ulted through that, but elects to instead just walk normal.
Just walk normal. This is a fairly disjointed fight. There's not a lot of vision for... You have that pink ward down. Which
oh, here comes Mario.
And here comes the Wombo, just doing Wombo things.
Ults landing everywhere. Looks like Deadbeat Demon Dead's the first. Olaf and Aatrox are right after. There goes Kaylee Cola, a.k.a. Pearlessa, under my wing, trying to keep himself alive. Oh, the Anivia doing so much work in that fight.
So much damage.
And it looks like Brzink is going to be the last to fall. Karma having to back. Abstract having to catch this wave. Nope,
Somebody
Sebrig's going to do
pick up that dragon or just ignore it.
Yep, there goes Sivir and Sebrig over there. And looks like Under My Wing is going to catch this wave. Shelly did manage to crash that tower down and then run to the next one. So a little bit of value given back there to IWB, despite the fact that they lost that fight pretty bad. Obviously, 2 for 5 there. Not ideal.
Not ideal. I don't know if IWB just got lost in all the particles, but they were standing on Sebrig's ult in that second half of the fight for a while, which ended up getting him that triple kill and giving him a lot more gold push towards him. He was sitting 0-2, and now he's 3-2 with a shutdown. He's also been farming better than almost anybody else in the game, except for top lane, which is going to be even more gold going his way, and he's ready to finish that tier as soon as he buys it. One more ability.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Teemo 04 here, still matching the Aatrox at 3-3. Yeah, Aatrox started 3-0, but I really...
Been equalized.
Yeah, I think he got a little bit too heavy-handed in those team fights. Teemo trying to bait out a little bit of something there.
Playing some mental games with him.
Yeah, going invisible right in vision.
Yeah, he definitely does that a lot. It's something I've seen COVID-9 Teemo do a lot of times. He will mushroom up the entire place, just lay down bombs, and then wait. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. He'll wait until you crash into his tower, ignite Q, and just take you down. So I don't know if it's going to be something that he brings into this game, but he's already tried it once, and unfortunately, it just didn't work his way. But like you said, Teemo can play from behind.
Yeah, Obamacare here looking to grab this tower. There he is, Teemo trying to pick up as much damage as possible.
He did not. He just barely maneuvered around all those shrooms, and so did the minions until that very last second right there. But if those crafters walked into it 5 seconds earlier, that would have been a lot better looking for him, getting under tower and forcing him to not be able to fight him.
A little bit of scrapping happened here from the rest of both teams. Nothing comes of it, though.
Nothing comes of it.
You love to see it. Looks like IWB looking for Obamacare in the top lane.
Both teams trying to fight over vision right now with that Baron coming up.
Yeah, Abstract, it looks like Brezink is taking a little bit of a beating here from him. Oh, a nice little ult from Yone, but he snaps back a little bit quick.
It was an early comeback. Yeah.
Yeah.
If he stays there, maybe gets another couple Qs, but at this point, Pearl does have her ultimate up, so that is a scary thing to do.
Uh-oh, COVID-19 on a lot of danger there. There it goes.
Just the 2 Qs and that's it, but he's getting collapsed on very fast right now.
Yep, IWB says you cannot get away with that, and looks like he's gonna... there's no way. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Fox is gonna grab that one. And you know what? That's not a bad trade. Trading a 0-4 top laner for a 4...
for a 4, yeah, 4-3 now at that point, yeah. That's a very good trade. And with this Baron coming up, pretty much half of their kills going down, that's going to be able to create a little space for them to get some vision pressure and get some... Oh, this fight's going on a little bit too long. There's that ultimate from Diana and just the AoE damage from Karma and Sever coming through.
Yeah, Olaf able to just walk out of that, but Captain Brezink does fall. Both captains deceased at present with the dragon coming up in 2 minutes. Baron is alive. So... we're looking at perhaps a little bit of something happening over the Baron.
A little something.
What
is that something?
Probably a team fight if I had to guess, but you never know.
Where do you think the team fight would be happening?
If I had to guess, probably blue side top jungle, based on what I see vision-wise.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
Never falter.
Priority-wise, with 1 dragon going for DJ and 2 dragons going for IWB, it's not like either team is extremely pressed to get it. I feel like most of the pressure is going to be on the Baron, not the dragon.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think neither team needs these dragons at this point. Nice little ult cancel there. Brezink knocking out Sebrig's ultimate with his tornado. Got to concentrate on it if you're the bird.
Absolutely. They had that buff that was going through with Anivia for a long time, but it never ended up following through. She was... Oh, here's
Here
that
he goes
play that we were
again.
talking about. Let's see how it works out.
No, none of the knockups land. He's under the tower, and there he goes. COVID-19.
Absolutely dodges the 3rd Q. That slam dunk from Aatrox flashes over him, completely misses the damage, and just gives him enough space to work with to be able to chase him down and kill him.
Yep, a nice little exhaust stun does land, though, onto Foxy. Ooh, Sebrig gonna take a lot of damage here. Stun lands again, but Janna ult keeping things kosher for Sly Fox.
And under my wing, keeping Sebrig just barely alive.
Yeah, a nice little scrappy fight there. Nobody falls. Nothing really comes of it. Both summoners
a little
taken...
bit of pressure, though.
Yeah, both summoners taken from Fox and Flash from Sebrig there. So none of those are going to be up for this dragon fight, which looks like IWB is all about.
Absolutely. Unfortunately is Mountain Drake, which is probably the least useful for both teams at this point because neither of them have super tanky. It's most helpful for, I'd say, if anybody, Olaf.
Yeah, Olaf and Diana both going to be benefiting from this as they're going to lean into some of those tankier items. Anybody else? Not really, because Aatrox isn't building anything with oomph. You know,
right.
Nobody else has any need to build that kind of oomph, so... yeah, you know what? It's just kind of Olaf and Diana benefiting from these Drakes.
Pretty much. Yeah, I feel like there would be a lot more pressure caused onto it if it was something like an Ocean Drake or an Infernal Drake.
Yeah, that does put them on Soul Point for IWB, which is a spot that you want to be in for sure if you're them, especially considering your entire playoff career is on the line here.
How are the standings looking? Is it a must-win for both teams at this point?
It is not a must-win for DJ. There are 2 spots available. 7th and 8th seed are still up for grabs. All of the top 6 teams are currently secured. The only big, I think, the only teams that are not secured are Aspects of Targon, Demacian Justicars, IWB, Vandal City Rockets, and I don't know how many teams was that, and Bilgewater Powder
5, I
Monkeys, and
Powder
Noxus
Monkeys.
Warlords. So that is 6 teams still out of it. There are 2 playoff spots remaining. But no, this
In
is
the
not a
hunt.
must-have for the Demacian
Here we
Justicars.
go.
A big Diana
Oh,
ult.
huge ult from Diana. 5-man landed. Seabird throwing down the ult, putting down a W, just making sure that Sly Fox could not escape, and that is the majority of the damage gone for IWB. Now all they need to do is chase them down, and Obamacare is going to keep getting those resets. He needs to go to save the Karma, though, and does not get to save her. He can look to follow up here, or they can just turn and instantly go to that Baron, which it seems they elect to do.
Wow, Pearl Ursa should be proud of that one. A huge engage,
Absolutely.
leading to a 3-for-1 trade, and Baron going over to DJ here, as it looks like Brezink might try to do some shenanigans, but I don't think anything's going to come of that.
That was a very close W. That could have been disastrous for IWB if they staggered those, if Seabird just moved that wall a little bit to the left, but Teemo is only 1 Teemo wide, and he is able to sneak through that little wall gap.
Yeah, for sure. And DJ now pulling their first lead of the game, now 4K gold up immediately after that fight. They pulled some shutdowns, they got the Baron, and this Baron power play is brought to you by Burt's Bees. You know it, you love it. It's honey based.
You know, when I was taking Accutane, I lived on Burt's Bees.
Yeah.
Absolutely essential.
Absolutely must have for moisturizing purposes, for healing purposes, and all other shenanigans.
All other shenanigans. What other shenanigans are there?
Oh, there's all sorts of shenanigans, let me tell you.
Shindigs?
You goddamn right.
I don't know if my shins can do any digging.
It depends on how many shovels you get.
That's true, yeah. Tape them down there.
A little bit of Burt's Bees to get them
A
sticky.
little bit of Burt's Bees, that's right. Get them sticky and make sure they don't get chapped while you're digging. Those wooden shovel handles,
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Brezink is out of space here, but it also looks like Pearlessa is out.
Oh, a little bit of Diana ult there. Jana trying to buy some space. Pearlessa on the run, but Sly Fox doing a whole lot of damage. He's taking it just as much, though, and there he goes. He's going to fall first. And looks like IWB on the run. COVID-19 trying his best to hold back Obamacare Bra in the top lane. This tower is going down quick. DepressionMain just arriving to the fight a little bit late there. Throws an axe at Anivia for choppies.
This is definitely a good time. They have the Baron buff. They have those buffed up minions, and they have Sly Fox down. This should be the time to push that tower down safely as possible, but they definitely can overstay, and Olaf can try to get in and create a nice 4-man ult here from Yone. Only catches one of them.
Yeah,
wow, I thought that was going to be a
IWB.
lot bigger.
Yeah, if that landed on just one more person, I think IWB makes something of it, but
Absolutely.
nothing happens there, and Aatrox gets that top tower for free.
And that's what they're looking to do at this point. They've now equalized the gold on the other sides of the map, so just let Aatrox create a little bit of pressure. Try to open up the gates. If they did not drop that mid lane, so IWB did a good job at preventing that from falling and just allowing them to walk in and take down that inhibitor and cause a lot more pressure for the rest of the objectives that are going to be coming up.
Yeah, this disengage comp out of DJ is actually turning more into an engage comp. As, oh no, IWB, I don't think you can be here with only 4 members. Teemo in the mid lane here trying to mitigate some of those waves, but Deadbeat Demon Dad is definitely caught in with no flash, no ult available. He's going to be the first to fall. DepressionMain able to keep away from the Aatrox. Looks like he's looking for a smite, but does not find it. Red team going to grab that, and the Demacian Justicars grab 1 kill, 1 dragon, and they are headed towards the mid lane.
Marching down mid lane. Oh, this could be a big Q right here. COVID-19 blows the flash. They're going for an engage here, but there is not too much that's going to be happening. Brezink does a great job at disengage. Got 1 Q, just gets them all stopped in their tracks.
Yep. Looks like DepressionMain is trying to recover here. He might try to get back to base before this fight gets off. But does find the Aatrox W on his person.
Nothing comes of it, though, and Baron buffs are out. There are no buffed minions here. They're going to need to walk everything
DJ
in themselves.
marching. They do pick up Brezink.
Catch.
Oh, DepressionMain under the tower does have to go. She's looking to get back to base for a little bit more health, perhaps a buy. And looks like Deadbeat Demon Dad big. Yone ult does land. Sivir doing work though. Double kill so far and is looking for more as Olaf's going nuts into the golden team. And DJ pick up the final kill and they are looking to end this game right here.
All they need to do is walk those minions through.
Yeah, it looks like DJ just wins on this one here.
That could have been a big fight for IWB, but that team went fully golden as soon as they pressed the go in button.
Yeah, some mastery flashes, some nice little emotes here. GG's coming out from everybody.
Happy bees. Burt's bees.
Burt's bees, baby. 12-20, one of the closer games that we have seen so far this season. A 10k gold lead at the end. But
right, that all happened in a matter of 5 minutes.
Yeah, it took DJ 10 minutes, less than 5 minutes after that Baron fight up in the top lane there. Let's talk MVPs.
MVPs for me, I mean, I'm looking at Perlessa. I don't see her play Diana a lot, and she really stepped up, just absolutely dominated those fights. She was going in at the right time and catching exactly who she needed to catch out, whether it was just using a single ult on Sly Fox to catch him out while he was going for a ward, or using a 5-man ult at that Baron to absolutely change the gold lead. I'm personally going to have to go with Perlessa.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you. Obviously, not the most scoreboard heavy player on the team. We saw Sebrig, carry damage charts.
Sebrig, yeah.
Yeah, in a big way, but I am loath to let a substitute get MVP. I definitely have to go with Perlessa here. Huge influence on those ultimates, made a lot of those team fights go way smoother, and securing 2 dragons, up Baron, and helping the top lane, carry by proxy pretty much, as bot lane had to get back into the game. So yeah, I agree with you.
Absolutely. And I do have to give an honorable mention to Sebrig. I think he's the best mid laner in the league. Personally, that's not favoritism. We're definitely not on the same team or anything like that.
Okay.
But he did a great job as a sub filling in. It's always a tough thing when you go into a new team, have no clue how they're going to communicate, and vice versa for the team not knowing what to expect from their sub. He did a great job. It was a little bit in the early game, but he came back around and did exactly what he was supposed to do and laid down that ult, laid down the hate.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Sebrig had an astounding performance. Obviously, Abstract managed to only give up the 1 death in bot lane, and paced himself a little bit better after the first blood. Mario obviously carried from the top lane. He did a great job. And under my wing, you suck. No, I'm kidding. He did a fine job.
We do actually have Perlessa. She actually did stick around, so.
Yeah, let's bring her on desk, see if we can ask her some questions. Let me see if did security duct tape her? Is that what happened?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, let's bring her onto the desk. Let's see. Let me bring do. Yeah, just bring her in. Yep.
Bunch of dudes.
Yep, just bring her in here.
I don't have that capability.
Yeah, there we go. We brought her in.
There we go. Thank you. Yeah, those are producers. Good job.
Can we get the duct tape off her too?
Can we get her? Yeah. Can somebody take it off? Mel,
Thank you.
Please?
There we go.
Thank you.
Okay. Hey, Perlessa. We're just talking about obviously MVP of the game that was just played.
Thank you. That's so nice.
Yeah, let's talk about the Diana pick. Obviously, you've played it a couple of times before. Is this like a main? Is this your comfort? What's up with that?
Yeah, she's one of my mains for sure. Absolutely. I've loved her since release, even before as she was, kit changed a bit. I've just always loved playing Diana.
For sure. And obviously you played a lot towards top lane in this game.
Yes.
To get your captain ahead as much as you could against Teemo. He didn't really steamroll as much as you probably wanted him to, but in some of those team fights that he was able to follow up on yours and then Sebrig's ultimates, obviously able to do a whole lot of damage. So what do you guys, what was the communication like going into some of those fights, even though you guys were a little bit behind?
That's actually a great question. On my engages, honestly, I kind of just saw an opportunity and went, and my team just knew to follow up. They just instinctually did, and that was great. For getting Mario ahead, for getting top ahead, that was intentional, of course. We wanted him to pop off and take a lot of the heat top out of the game.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Obviously, your bot lane took a pretty bad trade in the beginning, but your team able to sort of swing it back in favor of, yeah, obviously your team fights in general towards the 20-minute mark. What was the mental health check there as Abstract and previously Squirtle, now under my wing, recovered?
Honestly, when what happened bot happened on the early levels, they just thought, okay, you know what, we're gonna just play safe bot and focus on mid and top, especially top. Like they just said, we're gonna take this L in laning phase. That's fine. Just focus on top.
Hey, it worked out for you guys, and obviously this is going to secure you guys a much better slot at playoffs now that IWB is officially out of the runnings.
Yeah.
So you got 2 more games to go, right? What's the plan going forward?
I don't know yet. We're gonna have to cook some stuff up together.
Win.
Yeah, win.
Oh my God! Who let under
That's
my
the plan.
wing onto the desk? Get this guy out of here!
Put the duct tape back on his mouth.
Get him out of here! All right, thank you so much for joining us on the desk. Congratulations, you guys. DJ is looking at a good playoff run if they can just pick up one more win against some pretty tough opponents. So I wish you guys the best. And thank you, everybody, for joining us today. GG's.
GG's.